Welcome to my channel. My name is Olafemi Mercy. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we are here for all around those things area of my life, particularly spiritually. And today, I have with me here my friend. Your name, please.
My name is Mary.
Okay, your name is
Daniel.
And your name is.
My name is Mufe.
What is now called? Today we are going to be having a friendship conversation. I strongly believe that wherever you are at in your friendship journey, whether you are still single and searching or you are engaged and it's not smooth or wherever, I strongly believe that at the end of the video, you have answers and clarity as to what to do. I'm going to be sharing a question. What is friendship to you?
Okay, so for me, I would say that friendship is a relationship, right? A relationship between people, because you can be friends with another person. So like friendship relationship between people where to just help each other grow. They basically just help each other grow.
I don't have anything new or different to say, just to emphasize what she said about friendship being a relationship, not just between two people. It is not a mutually exclusive relationship, which means that sometimes we forget especially when we like the person or that friend, and usually happens with friendship of the opposite sex. So friendship of the opposite sex, we sometimes just forget that it's okay for our friends to have other friends. So sometimes we think that it's not okay for our friends to have other friends. I don't know if it happens to others, but of course it does happen to me. So it's something, that's why I said I'm not relationships. So it's something to always remind ourselves of, the basic definition of friendship. It's not just me. It's a relationship between me and a couple of people. So it's okay to have more friends.
Friendship is a social, mutual interaction between.
I like that mutual part. It's very important.
A group of people or just two persons. It does not matter. Most times you just categorize friendship part just me and you and someone, but it can be a group of people. And it is diversified, it can be categorized into different branches. I don't want to go to.
I like what Mufe said about friendship being mutual. I think it is very important that the person you call your friend is placing you on the same pedestal. And it can be tricky because there are people you genuinely want to be friends with, but they are not just feeling your vibe. And I think it's fine. I think it is okay to allow things progress. So you meet a total stranger, the person becomes your acquaintance. I think it's important that we allow things. So if you realize, okay, this thing is not moving as fast as I want it to, maybe you really, really like the person, like you are into the person a lot, but they are not just vibing with you. I think it is important that you allow the other person also dictate the trajectory of the relationship.
If I may just comment on that, one of the things that I think cause friendships not be mutual is when there's not enough common ground.
True. I can relate.
Yes.
If I want to be a person's friend, it's important that I ask myself, or I'm sure that we share enough things, especially when it comes to values. And that's why again you cannot just make friends on the go. Or friends cannot just be made based on when in the same workplace or in the same school and all that, because they won't last long. If
actually, sorry to interrupt you, I feel like those friendships, they don't even stand the test of time, because the moment you leave that environment,
Stop being a friend.
it's environmental friendship.
So that's what I was saying, like friendship is more than what we think it is.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between friends, like somebody's my friend and somebody's just
A friend. I think that, I'm sorry, I'm jumping to something else entirely, Daniel. Do you want to complete what you're saying?
no, please go ahead.
Okay. So there are people that they find it hard on them if you define who they are to you. So for example, somebody is my cousin and I'm telling you You're my classmate.
Like, oh.
I just met you randomly and I'm calling you my acquaintance. So I'm not your friend. I'm like, bro.
So I was saying, there's some conversations that are better, not discussed. There are some things that are better not said. And so sometimes the better thing to do might just be to not. It's not like of course you should have, and that's important. You should have in your own estimation. You should know where people are, right? So it should be clear to you whether this person is a friend or this person is more than a friend.
And I think that I'm sorry to cut you short. I feel like with occurrences, like things that happen between you are able to place where you're actually at in the person's life. Maybe between their circle, you know that okay, in this circle, this is where this person places in. The friendship between Mary and Nina, and the friendship between you and I, and the friendship between. There's a way that I place her in a way above you guys because I'm like, of course, she's the female friend, and you won't expect me to, in a way. I'm just saying, you won't call yourself my best friend because you will see how that I prioritize Mary sometimes over you. In a way, do you get? So I feel like with the way things happen, with the way maybe you go out together or they're on the phone call, they're like, oh, let me pick this person. I feel like those little things just help. In my own opinion, I feel like those little things just help you. Okay, this is where this person actually places me. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of have a little reservation about that because you can't always be. You can never really know. You can tell. And you can try to guess. You can what's the word now? You can estimate.
Based on your whole.
Yes. But until the person tells you, you can never really be sure. So what I was trying to say was that for the person, like every individual should know where people are in his life, right? So I should know that okay, Fermi is my friend, or Fermi is closer than a friend, a normal friend. So I should know clearly where people are. But having to or needing to tell them might not always be necessary because it might change and it might hurt some people. So some people, and it happens all the time if we're being honest, some people really just think that they mean more to you than they actually do. Some people are maybe, and I don't want to, I'm not shit, but some people offer you something or they try to do something, and so they think that because of that thing that they are doing, they should be in your closest self exactly. And to you, that thing does not even matter. Does not count. You get to you, it doesn't count. So the person is thinking, I should be one of his closest friends, probably because I cook for him every week and all that. So nobody cooks for me. I'm not saying anybody. And so I know food for myself, but it doesn't count. It doesn't mean anything. So I know where you are, but I will not come and tell you that you don't mean a lot to me because that will hurt you, and that might also change in the next couple of months. So I don't want to limit you or limit our friendship by saying it.
Sorry, I just want to add to what Daniel said. From what Daniel said, now I can see that okay. I feel like defining friendship, time will actually help.
Yes.
Exactly. Time will help us to know that okay, this person is my friend. So like I said earlier that it's better for everybody to just like, okay, this person is my friend, but I'm not going to like try to say I am more than this.
Like just overestimate.
Exactly that okay. I know that okay, this person is my friend, my friend, but not.
You were mentioning how that things will change. Are you saying that so because things can change, you should not put in so much effort? Because I'm your friend and the goal is to be more helpful to you. The goal is to know you better, right? So if I'm now saying, okay, that is my friend today and anything can change tomorrow, let's just so where's the place of intentionality? Where's the place of I'm doing this because you're my friend?
Because I love you.
Because I love you, bro. Oh yeah, answer me.
I think that's a very serious question. One of the things I think that will help friendships specifically, because of course it's friendships, is that we must not personally, not everybody will agree, but I think personally, I try not to get too attached. And when I get too attached, and that's the point of marriage being a covenant. The idea that unless there is unless you are going to make a covenant, yes, that I will be committed to this person. There's a level I will not invest in you. That's the whole point of marriage, because in a sense, marriage is just friendship, right? So until I sign, the certificate and swear before everybody,
I'm your
that
friend
I'm
forever.
not going to exactly. I'm not going to leave. That's when I will now give some part of me to you. So it's there's just some balance to it that you must try not to. I try personally not to get too attached to the point where we talk about mutual exclusivity. At first, which means that I must not think that my friend must have only me as their friend. That must take a level of not being too attached, right? Because by then, if you get too attached to a person, you want your relationship to be special. I'm not trying to say that nobody. The point is that I try not to get too attached, and it doesn't mean that we're not do things we are will, but I now do them with a free mind. I think we're talking the last hangouts we did, and you said something about not seeing what you do in the friendship as an investment, exactly. So just have a free mind that love everybody, be happy. That's
Okay, Mofe, what's your take on what I just said?
I think this was intentionality in friendship comes from the place of prayer. I'm friends with so many people. I interact with people because of the nature of the business I operate, and I cannot say because this person is a Muslim or this person is wrong or this person is not religion, I can't name that person because the Bible says go into the world. It didn't say go into the church. So I can't be looking for like minds everywhere. But the place of intentionality comes where I'm being prayerful about spend or I see friendship as a long-term thing. I see it beyond just the next 5 years. I see it as when I marry, when I give birth to kids, when my kids go to college, university, wherever, when I'm 70 years old, who are the people that I can still say these are my friends? So I see longevity in friendship. So by the time I think long, I think far, I start knowing that okay, I can be intentional about this person. This person has my values, this person has my similarities, this person has the things I'm looking for in a friend.
I just wanted to say something about one dimension and one person. So that means when we're talking about that type of friendship, we're talking about solid friendship. Yes, so that we can actually have friends, like basically just normal friends, or do you know what I'm saying? When we're talking about that long term, we're talking about solid friendship. That's why we're saying that we cannot say that this person is my friend just because I talk to the person. Those friendships are solid.
For me, I feel like at the end of the day, from the way I interact, from the way I treat you know where you are with me. And for me, I love people, I love friendship so much that I don't want it to be short term. And if by any chance anything happens, I forever cherish the memories. That's number one. Number two, I look at the positive side of things. So the time I spent with this person, the things that changed with me, the things that the positive influence in friendship part of me. So that was the balance I have to have. So as much as I really love long-term friendship, and I want to be your friend forever because of how much I genuinely love and care about you, I'm also giving a compromise to it or a comment to it. Even if it doesn't, I forever appreciate the things that this friendship has done to me, like in a positive way. If you are now saying, okay, I don't want to invest too much, I don't want to, you tend to cut people off because you are like, I never really wanted something of them.
There are people that don't vibe. Like now, I'm trying to generalize friendship now. I'm not talking about the soldier. I'm talking generally now. There are people that if you just vibe because of the environment. Like after that scenario, your friendship is over. Until you meet the next day again, you just vibe. Like it might just be on that movie that you guys watched together in one cinema, just vibe on it. Really you have left. That friendship is classified based on an object, which is probably a movie or a laptop you guys are talking about, or a girl that you people saw together.
And I feel like that can happen with anybody.
It can happen with anybody. So do you still categorize those ones as friendship?
To me, those people they have their category. They're either an acquaintance or my classmate because we talk about school or work.
And
body,
if you look at it, if you're looking at based on definition, you still have a common ground. Because your common ground can be, it can be anything.
Yeah, the particular
It can be a particular object, like something you saw before, like you got the plan, say, okay, we always talk about this. When we see, we always talk about this. So, and sometimes from that, you grow.
Yes.
You grow, and you grow, and you grow, and you grow. And I don't know, I just feel like you can't still throw those people out of your friendship.
And you also have to make them realize you are important to me in a way. So there is especially when you have people that you really have close bonds with, there's a tendency to throw people away. So there's a tendency to want to treat the people you see in school kind of way because there is that one person that you talk about. And it happens when you're in a relationship.
Actually.
So when you start doing fast, you realize
Actually, like, you don't have anybody, like, you are not friends with anybody. It happened to me,
I will not say anything. I'm not talking to anybody.
I was not in a relationship before, I was just putting all my energy in one person.
Exactly.
And immediately the thing caused, I was like, never, everything just put out on me.
I feel like if you want to go for a life, you unavoidably have to be friends with the opposite sex. And you have to master the art of not damaging it. We are human and we have emotions and you could, especially when there is constant communication, you could get. I got the balance. The day you were talking to me, he said the best thing is to not express. If you ever come to a place where you genuinely like the person, and you also have to realize that it's because I'm talking to this person. If I'm not talking to this person, this thing might not come up. So the best thing is to just keep your mouth shut and endure, or just say, "I'm sorry. I think I need space for a little while."
Yes.
But what do you have to say to that? Like, just have.
Okay, are you talking about friendship?
I'm talking about friendship.
Friendship relationships.
How you can
What's your okay?
How you can keep
Keep it same? You put on the same page.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, feelings start coming in.
Okay.
You are not seeing him the way beyond the way you used to see him before. And
She's more beautiful than
bruh, in that moment,
Okay.
how do you keep it same?
Me, I just feel like we should talk about it. For me, that's like that for me.
Is it bad idea?
For me, if I don't want to talk about it, I can just withdraw from the person.
But wait, I have something to say. For a relationship where I don't want to use the word but it's a long-term thing. Like you've been friends for a very, very long time. I'm talking 5 years now, 10 years.
Okay.
And you know that once you drop, you pinch a sign of emotion inside. This girl will not see the same way.
Exactly.
What will you do? You say, like you said, you know that by the time you drop it, probably she likes one boy and you are not coming from nowhere that we've known that we have been friends. In our head, we have defined it that we are friends. And one emotion just strikes and we keep striking. You really like want to drop it. Because I think it's a very bad
No,
idea.
I won't drop it. I'm just saying that. I said that we should talk about it. I feel like it doesn't work for everybody, but for me, I feel like that's what works for me.
I feel like you get to that point in your life when you are matured enough. So, say for example, I am 24 years old and I'm friends with a guy, maybe my age or somewhat older, and we are friends, and we are at that stage where, okay, maybe everyone is looking into settling down, and things like that are creeping in. I think it's safe. You are matured enough to handle it. It's safe. But this our age group is a very wrong. Kill it.
So what would you now advise somebody to do?
You have to be mentally sane.
Wait,
Like
mentally
at this stage,
sane,
you don't know.
So
what
you're saying that
really
you should
want.
not.
No,
Yes.
you really don't know what you want.
Maybe I get you. You are feeling a certain kind of way about the person, and you think the best way to kill it is to talk about it.
No.
Okay, so what should I now do?
I feel like
You should just keep it. I feel like
You should keep it to your own.
If it's
Like,
crush,
just
if it's just emotion,
No.
it's going to
how do I
dissipate.
explain?
No, we're not talking about we don't do crush here anymore. We're talking about okay. Are you not trying to tell me that your male friends, they are not people that you can actually say that okay, I can settle down. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
So if there are people that I can say that okay, I can marry this person because we have the same values, so are you not saying that just if it is crush, you just
Okay, I don't really get you, but what I'm driving at is, for example, I like buffet. The moment I'm like, it's even okay for a lady, is somehow. But if buffet should ever, because that is not where we are at right now. Where we are at right now is everybody's working towards their career. Everybody wants to be okay.
It's like maybe okay. Are you saying that when two of us we know that we already like each other, or it's just one person?
One-sided.
Okay, if it is
One-sided.
one-sided, oh, I thought it was like mutual.
No.
If it is one-sided, I don't know. For me, if it is one-sided, I will just try to
avoid.
I will not avoid completely.
If it's one-sided, my best advice is
You can take a break. That's what I was saying exactly.
When you in the process of taking a step back and you just meditate, you pray. It's very
Exactly.
important to pray.
Very
Because
important.
by the time you are not praying for now, you are praying for later. Another thing is that we used to go short of is, we tend to forget that the person we are seeing now, there is a 2.0 version of that person outside there that we have not seen. That when we see that person, we are like, I wish I would get. I wish I was more patient. And by that time, you have already looked yourself up with someone. So I used to advise myself that I should just calm down. But whoever I'm seeing now that is trying to make me feel like, there's nobody. I should just calm down because I've experienced it where I thought this was what, and I saw something I was like, thank you, Jesus. I love myself because there are 2.0 versions of. Okay, if your standard is, I want a Christian girl, I want a fine girl. You see one Christian girl, but she's not too fine. And in your mind, you are very decent, okay, me and one, you look at. Then
You will see goodness.
You will not see.
You will see everything.
Fine, God will everything.
You will be surprised.
She does not have any friends.
You
So
will
that
be
she
surprised.
does for you. So I just take a step back and reflect and pray to God.
That's if it is one-sided.
If it's
So
one-sided.
what if it is mutual?
If it's mutual.
I've asked myself this question before. That, for example, somebody that is my friend, and we both just get to that point where I think there is more. I'm like, how will this thing transition? So what will happen?
I think you've answered the question already. One of the things you said, it has a lot to do with are we ready. The problem with all this thing is that if you express feelings to a person when you know you're not ready for the commitment that the feelings will start, then you're doing it wrong. Whether it is mutual or it's not mutual, it's wrong, because even if it's not mutual, I mean, you wouldn't even know sometimes whether or not it is mutual until you express, right? So the first question I just ask myself is, and of course it happens every time, but the number of girls I like in a year is ungodly. To say the least, is ungodly, right? And so what I just ask myself the question: Am I ready? Am I ready to commit? I know I'm not. I'm not even close to having a life for myself. I'm ready to settle down in any way. So why should I tell this person? Once I tell this person, once I express that feeling, things change. It's never the same. No matter how long I've been friends, no matter even if we both agree, let's just be friends. That's
It will switch to situation.
Exactly.
That's where we are friends. We are not dating. It's not anything.
And if it's not mutual, then one person will now be like feel dejected, exactly. Feel like it's not appreciated and all that stuff. So
Okay, so what would you advise somebody to do?
don't express.
Don't talk.
Okay, if you both already know that something is going on, something is happening.
Whoa, we're not ready.
We should just ignore it.
Then if you are not,
We
if you are
know.
not,
Our age group.
No, but I ain't good.
if you are
Our
not,
age
if you are ready to commit, that's the in fact, that's the most
If
beautiful.
you are
That's
not
the way I myself personally plan to get into a relationship. I have to be friends with the person on the platonic level. So once I know that I'm ready,
Conventional guy, not
exactly, not that we see you under the so
I
you
don't
know,
mind
we are
getting
very
We don't do that in this kingdom.
So once I know I'm ready, you know, I have things set in place. Not like I have everything, but I have, you know, basic things set in place. Then I, you know, develop. Whether it's mutual or not, I will tell you anything that you now say, you know, I don't mind taking it at that point. So it's just about, am I ready, and is this person also ready?
So it's better to not just talk about it. And like you said, it's actually the situation.
Yeah, it's done to it.
These are
Like, I don't know.
maybe it's like you are 25, 26, 17. Maturity has set in. Like you already know what you want. You are exposed to the world. But anything under 22, except if you have like a true mature mind, anything under 22 can end up as relationship, vibes, ungodliness.
Yeah.
You know, enter things that you don't want to engage in
Yeah.
before, and you start crying, heartbreak, break fast.
So the
Unnecessary
best.
drama. So it's just play safe, be loyal to yourself,
To your God.
to your God,
To your Jesus.
To your Jesus.
yeah,
I don't know why you all can marry Jesus.
Like, 2 kids.
this is
You
why
still want to do relationships.
everybody
Like,
just divorce up and down. It's just too much. It's chaotic.
Okay, about the first part, you know, attachment, getting too attached in a way to a person. So for me, I think in fact, how I wrote it in my notes was rule number 1 for me on friendships is be capable of being alone. Yes, be capable of being alone before, yes, be capable of being entirely alone before even making friends. I'm not talking about relationship, I'm talking about just friendship. Because you must have met such kinds of people that expect a level of fulfillment of happiness from people, from their friends. So they expect their friends to make them happy. They expect their friends to put in something that only they can give themselves. Right? And that's too much of a burden to put on your friend. It now begins to get too intense. It's like you are pressing my neck, you are choking me. So the first thing that I tell myself, or I try to remind myself, is that it's important to learn how to be alone. So when I say be alone, it means be alone with your God. Focus on your Jesus. Be okay in and of yourself,
Yes.
such that when you're entering into a relationship with a person, you are able to give and not primarily. Yes.
Receive.
You are not primarily.
You're not the one leaning on someone.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's 100.
I think it is needful to say, before I ask my last question, that God gives good friends. God gives friends. So if you are in a place where you know that all people you are packing around yourself, they are not good, feel free to talk to God about it. I think at the last hangout, you mentioned how that at some point you had to pray to God
Yes.
to give you godly friends.
That was blinded by the.
But
Yes. So I was also at that point. I remember after I left secondary school, and you know something happened. I'll tell the story. I should have told the story. Yeah. And I was just cut out from everybody, and I just realized all these people, they are not my friends. You know, I don't have friends. Just forget about it. I now had to now start praying to God to genuinely give me godly friends. We already started talking at the time, but we're not really on that level. So it was now that time that you came and Mofe and some other people, bit by bit, they started showing up, and I now started coming to that place. Okay, these are the kind of people I really want. Don't be afraid to talk to God about you not having friends. Friendship has a lot to do. It will determine a lot in your life. So I don't believe that it's something that God will leave you to do for yourself. It is very important that you pray to God about who your friends are and the kind of people you have in your life. So I just want to put that out there.
let's just have something that, as much as you want good friends, you should try to
Also be that.
also be
Be that
friend that you want to attract.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me that you want godly friends and you yourself you're not serious with God.
And low-key, I feel like if you observe that people dump you back and forth, you should actually check it. Maybe there can happen.
There's something that you have or you are doing. So you should be that friend that you want to have.
Yes, you should be that person.
Exactly.
You should also play the role and play it well, not pretending.
Yeah, not pretending. That's important.
And something about when you are eventually going to choose your friends, because at the end of the day, it's a choice you have to make. When after praying, God is going to lead you.
Exactly.
When I say common ground now, like we're looking about common ground first in values, because you don't want circumstances to choose your friends for you. Not just, and this happens very frequently. At the end of the day, it will end in heartaches, it will end in pain and hurt. Because I enter a hostel, let's say I get into school now, my hostel, there are 6 roommates, so 2 of them automatically become my friends and I begin to divulge my secrets to the point where it's close. So in that way I've let the circumstance of my hostel decide who my friend should be.
If it's an hostel setting, it's very quick for you to just diverge all your personal.
Especially when you are in emotional.
Yes. So you must just always have that view of I decide, I run my life, I decide, and I should decide who I want to. I and a friend used to talk a lot about what happens to friendships, why do friendships just last a couple of years and kind of just fade out. I think we're able to come to the conclusion that one of the strongest reasons, if not the only reason, is the fact that they don't have enough in common. When I say in common, I'm talking about values. Not just the personality, not just the life we pass here, or it's something that we both like. Scorpio.
Very wide.
So the importance of that is that that's why again it starts from knowing yourself. So when you know your own values, those values are things that you're going to do for life. So for example, me now, I know that Christianity is something important to me. I know myself, I know that this is something I'm going to do for life. So if I'm going to have a friend that will stay for the long haul, he also has to have Christianity as his core value too. Because that common ground we have, even if there's nothing else in the world to talk about, because exactly we have that Christianity.
And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be religious, but I feel like for you to have someone out there as your core friend, it will have effect on you.
Yeah.
So for example, someone who's not my religion is my closest friend. I can't process it. Because there are things that we have to pray in tongues about. And the person who is your core friend, and I think if that is your situation, you should check it. I'm not saying throw the person away. I'm just telling you to think ahead that what if something happens tomorrow? This is what has to be done, and maybe we have to agree on scripture and all manner of things, like the basic principles of the faith. It's very important. Check it.
Okay, so I would like to add, like, there are situations where you have people, let me use, is it the Gentiles around you?
Yeah.
Probably you are still in university and you're sharing hostels and you have no choice. Probably you're with a Muslim, you're with a drunk, you're with cultists. Sometimes we as Christians, some of us don't have, we just focus, we look for like minds. Oh, I'm a Christian. Person B is a Christian. I cannot relate to these people. Sometimes when we do that, we are being the light of the church. And when light and light should shine in one room, everybody's everywhere is blind. You are blinded. But naturally, we should, I'm not saying we should not be mingling and going to cult meetings or smoking.
I think it's important to take a cue from Jesus. He was friends with
tax collectors,
prostitutes.
That way he was able to save people to the kingdom.
But even in the process, it did not
He did
allow.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh,
So it's very important that we don't lose our touch in the presence of
And
saving
I think
people.
what you owe them is love. What you owe them is love.
Then our character too is very
Yes.
important.
What you owe them is love. And through you, the love of Jesus must be expressive. So you don't want to be that person that shouts on. You should not even be. You should not be the one that is barking at everyone. In your character, you should even be approachable enough.
Yes.
Because if I don't know if it has happened to you, but there are times that the randomest person just comes to me and like, I feel like I should just talk to you about this thing.
Yes.
I feel like
You have a better opinion.
yes. So
Because you've seen something.
there's something about you that I see. So I'm not, when I'm saying you should check the people around you, I'm saying that the people who are your core should be people that you can actually agree on, especially your faith. So at the end of the day, you still need to be friends with people for the sake of, because you still need to be friends with them for the sake of reaching out to them.
I've heard people say, and it's a true thing, big friends that are better than you. I don't know how they say it now, but things like, make friends that can add to you, make friends that are better than you, and that's important. Sometimes it just happens in life, it's not always black or white. It just happens that there are some friendships that are, not all friendships are on the playing ground, not all friendships are mutual. What I'm driving at is this. There are some friendships that you just said that you have to be the one giving. Right, and it's okay. And we have that mentality of, all my friends have to be people that are better than me. Just like you said, we are unable to give to people that are actually in need. Right? So it's okay to have some friendships, and of course those ones cannot be core. At the end of the day, maybe when I talk about the two extremes,
I don't know if it's safe to mention, but at the beginning of our friendship, Mary and I felt like I was giving a lot. I felt like it was parasitic. But I felt like I saw that she had it in her, but she just needed to, yes. And now there's so much balance. We complement each other so well.
We're talking about that part, so we must not be hasty to cut people off that are not exactly adding to us. Because it's okay to add to people for a while. The point I'm trying to make is that it is okay. It's not all the time that we must look for equal friendships. There are some times that we will be the one that will feed into others, and so we must be able to have enough wisdom to manage such relationships.
Even do it in love.
Yes, so that's why I mentioned earlier that you by yourself, you must know the position of everybody in your life. Even if you don't tell them, you won't tell them, but you should know because it will help you. So there are some people in my life that think they are my friends, but I know that I'm just feeding you, and I'm doing this because you are in a place where you need help. So I'm just giving, and I'm not expecting in any way, right? And if they come and say they're my friends, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. And then on the flip side, there are people that feed us. So there are times that we are in the lower position. And we must also understand that it's okay to be in the lower position sometimes. It's okay to receive. It's okay to receive help. It's okay to receive knowledge. That's what some people call mentors. Mentorship sometimes. If we talk a lot, I must have mentioned some older friends that I have. That's exactly what we do. So I ignore the pressure of, there's that pressure of, exactly when the person is giving into you, there's that pressure of, I need to give back, especially if you're the person that has, this kind of mindset. You want to give back, you just need to remind yourself that it's okay sometimes to be the receiver. Yes, it's not all relationships. You talked about Jesus now and people. Jesus and his disciples. Imagine the disciples, and Peter tried it a couple of times.
Yes.
Right? But Jesus was always reminding him, I'm the one here. Right? So it's okay sometimes to be in the lower position. We just need to be smart enough or wise enough to understand where people are in our lives. So to not try to contribute when we are supposed to be receiving, to not try to ask for when we are supposed to be giving. And then the people that we should now be able to identify the people that we are on the same page. Just might be the people that we hold closest to our hearts. People that are above us, we have to treat them with a level of respect that might not, that close proximity might damage. If you're very close to some people that you're supposed to respect, you might not. Exactly. So at the end of the day, we now have to be wise enough to identify the people that are on the same page with us, and those might be our closest. or just more important, and keep in mind that sometimes we'll be down, sometimes we'll be up, and it's okay to be.
What would you say to people that find it hard to, would I say make friends or accept? Like you really want, you legit want to have friends, but it's just hard. I don't know if you get me. Like maybe people that have suffered from friendship hurts before, like what would you say to people like that? And they really want to like have friends, they want to know how friendship is.
Are you saying what should those people do?
Exactly.
Or what should you as a Christian do to them?
Because I have somebody that told me that okay, I like friendship, or I want to go. I'm not just because I have suffered from people a lot. I've suffered from people have treated me badly a lot.
At one point or the other, you must have had friendship hurts, and that is because everybody's growing and evolving. So there are times that you outgrow people or people outgrow you, and because you have built something over time, there is that tendency to be hurt. And I feel like it's fine. It's part of life. You learn the lessons and you move on. So what will happen is you will not allow that experience stop you from enjoying the goodness of having people you call your friends. Imagine that you're actually going through a rough time and you don't have anybody to call like that. I don't think it's healthy. It might not happen at a go. So I'm saying that all of them are my friends now. They came in at different points in my life, and I still have much more people that are my friends that also came in at different stages of my life. All of them did not come at once. So I feel like you give yourself time too. So if you are hurt, you allow yourself to heal, and you open yourself up to. I'm open to people of the same value, or people of like minds. And so never allow friendship or stop you from being friends with people. Heal from it. I pray that God helps you. And helps me.
Karen mentioned earlier, the first step for coming out of friendship hurt is actually praying for people that first hurt you.
Yes.
It's very important because you have to forgive those people that have hurt you, forgive yourself, and then you now start looking at how the way forward. So, okay, what can I do to improve my friendship skills? Who am I looking for? You also have to pray to God that, but you can be intentional about your prayers. You know, saying this is who I want, this is how I want the person to be. And interesting, God is actually detailed. My God is a detailed God. He answers even the things that you don't pray for. Understand? So it's very important to consider those things.
I was listening to somebody one day, and in the middle of her statement, she mentioned something I would call the savior complex. The name is just fancy. The point is, and something we all experience, that point where a friend is going through something, and we just feel like we should be the ones that we should be the ones that help the friend through that thing. We don't want the friend to meet other people or go through it alone, right? And I feel like it's not always healthy. Sometimes it's good, but at a certain measure, it's not healthy to want to always be there. It's okay for my friend to meet someone else and or go through a situation alone. So if a friend goes through a situation alone or goes through a situation with somebody else's help, I must not be at that point when I begin to feel hurt because the friend did not confide in me, or because I'm not the one that helped the friend through that hurt. Yes, so it's just something we must always, because these are the things that cause fractures in relationships, where people now begin to think, oh, we're not close anymore, you don't talk to me anymore because one time I was going through this and I didn't tell you, I told somebody else. You don't always have to be the one that saves me. Yes, but other people could do it, or I could just go through it myself sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I just want us to pray for anyone who's genuinely looking out for godly friends, who genuinely wants godly friendship, who desires the God kind of relationship with people. I would also pray that the Lord gives them wisdom to pull through that phase, or whatever phase they are in. Maybe they are hurt or in any way, that Lord gives their heart, that God brings their way. Because you stumbled upon this video, I pray that God Himself will orchestrate friendships that would build you up, that would take you to that place where you genuinely desire. And even the grace to be that friend, God will give unto each and every one of us. The grace to love everyone genuinely. Because at the end of the day, even if you say, oh, my call, you still have to be friends with people. So the grace to just love people genuinely, the way Christ loved people genuinely, that God will give unto us in Jesus' name. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for coming. For these people to show up, it was a lot. Thank you very much. Everybody that I stressed, everybody that stressed me. I don't think anybody stressed me. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, you don't like it, let me catch you. Give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Share with your friends. Anyone who needs to hear maybe anything we're talking about. You know what to do, right?
Share, subscribe.
Thank you.
Like,
Daniel, you're not telling me. Open your mouth. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
So who's going first?
I don't feel it.
Just let no my preparation.
No, you was not that. I don't like just be expressive. Like,